And one of the biggest functions I have is actually a registrar for the club.
You just had that to do it. Thanks, man. Okay, and then Carlos.
Hi, I'm Carlos Schulze. I'm the director of coaching for the club. Recently, I'm the newest one here, I guess. As of March 1st. And yeah, please, if you guys haven't muted your mics, please do so unless you want to talk to us, unmute. Thank you.
All right. So with that said, first I just want to, the Vancouver United Soccer Club hopes everybody's doing good through this pandemic that we're all going through. So I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy, and we hope everybody's doing good through these tough times. But with that said, the only way we're going to get better is if we get soccer back on the fields. I think that's going to not only soccer, but all sports in Vacaville. Especially poker. Not just kidding. But anyways, yeah, we so as of the 18th of this month, they've lifted the U.S. Soccer has lifted the for us to continue activities on our soccer fields. So, but we still don't know. Obviously, there's rules and regulations. Our DOC, Carlos, has put together some guidelines to return back to play. And I'm sure he'll talk about that. And whatever the city or county, whatever they're requesting for us to do, we're going to buy 100%, support it, and then just do whatever we can to keep everybody safe until this whole thing's over. Anybody want to chime in on that as far as the pandemic?
No, currently we're just under orders. We're following what the county is doing, and that's the city's kind of stand on that. So we're just waiting. Toronto County has asked or sent the request to open up to the governor. So we're just waiting on that because it is with an exception because of the people who passed away in Vallejo. They're trying to get that as a waiver because of the situation that it's isolated there. So we're just kind of waiting on that word. And as soon as we know, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah. So the sooner we can open these fields up and get some guidelines set, we can get people out there and start playing. But like Doris was saying, it's the unknown. We don't know how this pandemic has affected everyone. For not just soccer, but for sports in general in Vacaville. So right now it's just with work, the pandemic affecting jobs. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Like VYSL, their online registration is open. We are getting some numbers, but we're hoping once they lift the whatever sanctions or whatever, we can go and start playing. Those numbers will go up. So. With that said, Darlene, yeah.
I don't have anything there.
Okay. One more thing, the DOC position. Obviously, when we started entertaining this idea of a DOC, all this happened in phases. We knew VUSC couldn't do this by themselves, so we reached out to VYSO. And, how can we help this club and league get better and get the club to the next level? So, we invested because we wanted to invest in not only the club, but the coaches. How do we make our coaches better? So, once Drew left, and, thanks, Drew, for, get us to where we are today. And then now we just got to get to, the next step. And I think by investing in our new DOC, good things are going to happen. Like I said, this was unfortunate. We were all excited and rejuvenized, with this, but this is just a fork in the blender. We'll get through it. So I'm not going to keep battling. So I'll just stop there. The next thing we want to do real quick is do we want to go down the list? Do you want me to just do a quick roll with everybody? everyone? I know there's 28 people.
Why don't we go ahead and accept the minutes from last year's AGM?
Well, I just want, what said the introduction to the guest, that was the next thing, so. Okay. So someone want a motion to accept last year's meeting minutes for our AGM 2019?
Yeah, so I'll motion to accept the minutes from last year's AGM, please.
Second,
Second.
Third.
okay. Up for discussion, anybody? Any get any issues? Anybody? Okay, motion passed to accept the minutes. This is 28 people. We go down the list and call everybody's name. Okay, so it looks like we got Addison. Do you have the list on here, Darlene? I'm just gonna kind of
I
go
do.
through.
I'm actually writing it down, so
All
I
right,
got it.
okay.
Jose.
Okay.
Jose, it's Brian Jewell.
Hey, Brian.
Addison McKeag, she's an 08 girl. She's actually at her house. Her dad's with me down at the bar, in my bar. So he's actually here. So you have 31 total.
Oh, 31 total? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, let's see. Addison Mackin, that was just her. Alicia Christie, Andres Velasquez, Arturo Cervantes, Ben and Valerie Smith, Bobby Underwood, Brian Jewell, Carlos, Cindy Saka, Darlene Zanassi, Frank Ferraro, Hayden Hawkins, Hilda Jacobo, Imelda Bedoy, Isabel Ojeda, Jaime Cipulione. What happened to my people? All right, fell off. Okay, Jen Egley, Jessica Van der Meer, Jonathan Pope, Lindsay Brerly, Lucia Rodriguez, Manny Cabrera, Melissa Patrick, Nicole Maneri, Santiago Serato, Scott Riego, Serge Checo, Chana Peters, and Two Brothers Gaming.
That's Sergio Pacheco, actually.
Oh, Sergio? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, as far as me, we'll just kind of go down the minute. We got the minutes in, general reports. I've pretty much spoken, regarding the pandemic. We have guidelines in place. If that's what we all agree, we'll do everything we can to keep everybody safe as far as the fields go, and returning back to play, and make sure everybody follows the regulations. This will be the last meeting for our vice chairperson, Miss Jen Egley. She's with us today. You got one last report, Jen? No, Jen?
She's on mute. She's probably talking to.
I could figure out how to unmute myself.
All right.
Nothing really to report. It's been quiet. Hey, there's been no red cards. It's been good.
Right. No. You want
Best
to?
rain season ever.
This is your send-off speech. You want to do a send-off speech? Or, I just want to appreciate everything you've done.
Yeah.
And helped out the club. Everything you've done. And like I said, you got to teach me how to say no. So.
I'm just glad I learned it before you did.
Yeah, and one
No,
day
it's been
we'll have a
fun.
proper send off, hopefully.
I've enjoyed my years here. It's time for new blood, new people, everything. So thank you. It's been an enjoyable 4-6 years, whatever it is, plus coaching. So all good.
Thank you for your service.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
job. Okay, so with that said, thanks Jen. Doris Ayala, our treasurer.
All right, me.
That's you.
Oh, okay.
Treasurer.
we are busy working on our budget. Obviously, things keep moving parts to this. So be patient with us. We're just trying to, we keep having to do little adjustments here and there. And based on when we do start, we probably will have to adjust, just depending on, how far we go into the summer. And because normally we would already had tryouts. So this is going to be a very interesting year. We are doing our best. We're working very hard. We've been looking at every little thing, trying to figure out how we can do better, give you more with less. So we are working on that. If you have any questions, like offline or anything like that regarding the budget, please feel free to just reach out to me at my email address. I'd be more than welcome to get your input or if you have any suggestions on anything we can do better. I appreciate the information. We do our own, we get going on this, and we don't, sometimes there's some people who have really good ideas of what we can do, how we can save money, and any of that would be very much warranted at this time. So that will be it. And we'll more on the budget for sure. It's not going to be a big sticker shock, so don't worry about that. It's just that it's just still a work in progress based on the fact it's very different this year, and we're not playing yet. So it's going to keep having to be adjusted. And that's it for me.
Okay. Well, thanks first. Manny, our U.S. club representative.
When it comes to my part, the status of our U.S. club and NorCal relationship with them is very strong. I'm very proud of all of our teams have increased in competition. When it comes to NorCal, I believe some of the young teams went from being bronze level teams to silver and gold level teams. So they are definitely going up the ladder. As far as registration, as you all know, Sports Engine came on last year and replaced Kick. As always, whenever there's a change in platform, I've been through a couple of changes throughout my tenure here. And this by far has been the most difficult one, but it's getting better. And US Club and Sports Engine have promised that by the time we're registering kids for the upcoming fall league, it'll be way easier on the parent side and way easier on my side as well. As far as what NorCal has been providing lately, especially due to the shelter-in-place restrictions, they've been very good at providing information and coach education. Maybe Carlos will touch some of this, of course, later on. But one of the really cool coaches education coming up tomorrow morning, actually, it was recently announced that Barcelona's head coach, Quique Setién, will be doing a webinar. I'm sorry, not tomorrow morning, but Saturday morning, the 23rd, from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. our time. And he'll be discussing his philosophy and methodology over at Barcelona. So that's one thing that I would recommend for coaches to take a look at, and to take a look at the NorCal coaches education webinar page, because it's got a lot of stuff that we could be doing. We could be educating ourselves as coaches during this pandemic. So that way, when we're ready to come out, hopefully in a couple of weeks, we are armed with more and more knowledge to pass down to our teams, to our kids. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have. I'm available for questions anytime from parents, from managers and coaches. So thank you.
All right.
I hope I was not in mute that whole time.
One more time. Darlene, the club secretary.
Yes. Hi, everyone. First, I want to thank everybody for attending. It's very nice to see so many people on the line, so thank you for that. One thing that one of my goals here is to just make sure everybody is informed. So making sure we're communicating everything that we possibly can to you guys. If you have questions, all of us are free to answer any of those. So we just want to make sure that we're keeping you informed of all the changes, any needs that we might need as in volunteers. So again, thank you all for attending, and we're always open. So please reach out. That's all I have.
All right, Darlene, thank you. And last but not least, our newest member to the family, Senor Carlos, our new director of coaching.
There, I'm muted. Yeah, hi, hello everybody. Like I mentioned at the beginning, and Jose just said I'm the newest one here from, been here since March 1st. I only got a chance to be around the field for 2 weeks, and then this whole thing happened. But the time has been used quite well, on my part at least. Just been doing a lot of stuff for the club. One of the first things I did was renegotiating a contract with Adidas. So we just signed a new contract with them. We're signing a new contract with Soccer Garage, which will be our distributor now. We're getting away from the Coliseum. Everything is going to be done through Soccer Garage. One of the main, I've heard we had some problems with the Coliseum. And so we're excited to have this new partnership with this new company. This is effective, of course, 2021. That's when the new contract comes into effect. And so for now, we're still with the Coliseum. Some of the things also that I've been working on is trying to get our coaches under contracts. Trying to come up with a pay scale for coaches. So we're hoping to also have a more even payment across the club to be able to organize things better and be able to bring the coaches under the expectations that a contract would provide. It's a very delicate sea to navigate, and we've been working hard with the board to get this done. New curriculum I've been putting together for the club for all ages, and trying to raise the prominence of the club, offering our facilities for future coaching courses, coaching seminars that NorCal always holds, like Manny was saying, on field, and some of the regional meetings, offering our facilities to have the regional meetings at Horse Creek. And I think all those things, having a more organized and a more clear view of the development that we want to offer will make us more attractive to people around the area. Hopefully, you are all a big part of that. You're the biggest recruiters that we have, the parents and the kids, to invite kids over. Which brings me to tryouts. NorCal will announce at the end of the month. They said no later than May 29th as to what their final decision will be for tryouts. For now, the window is from June 6th through June 26th. We jumped the gun and we scheduled our tryouts for the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. But there's no guarantee that they will be held. As a matter of fact, there's some clubs near us, San Juan, there's some clubs near us that they're simply going with one of the recommendations that NorCal did of simply offering a spot to all the players from the club and simply opening it up in starting June 6th, once and if we go back to training. If a player wants to try out, they will need to get clearance from their DOC to be able for them to be seen by us. And of course, if any of our players wants to leave or wants to go try out, they would have to get an approval from me. So I think after much thought and much mulling over this whole thing, I think that's what I'm leaning towards, is to do something like that, since other clubs are probably doing that. And I was looking at some webinars and looking at a lot of literature on what's coming up, and we're not going to be able to have a massive, 150 kids out on Horse Creek. It's not going to happen. It's just for the return to practices, it's going to have to be, isolated groups, and all the things that need to happen to make it safe for everybody. I just put together a document that I'm hoping that will be posted on the website, so you can all access it with, what we're hoping to do and to follow, and the practices that we're hoping to follow. So all those things are up in the air. Some of my ideas for the future, for once we truly open, is to offer some skill session, for the club, obviously free for the club members, skill sessions, goalkeeping sessions. There's a summer camp that I scheduled for the first week of August that I'm hoping we'll be able to do. That is, if they don't move their start of school to July. So everything is up in the air. We're making sure that we will communicate. I'm communicating with my coaches and the managers, hopefully passing it along to everybody, and trying to post as much as possible on our website and Facebook and Instagram. Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. Yeah, that's all I have. Any questions?
Anybody got any questions out there? Now we got the DOC online.
What, Carlos, were you going to share with us some of those of the guidelines that would be the safety guidelines and all that we've discussed in the past?
And they are these ones.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So can you all see this?
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. Okay. So these are the return to play guidelines that we have, encouraging parents and coaches, and we will do our part as club and coach, but the parent has to make the decision for the child to return to play. Again, nobody's going to put pressure on anybody for that to happen. And also the players must be talked to about, it's also their responsibility to stick to what we're hoping to achieve with getting back to, if we really want to get back to practicing and training, then everybody, particularly the players, need to cooperate with that. So here's the roles and responsibilities for each, which include the club, the coach, the parent, and the player. There's quite a few points there. These are the 4 phases for the return to play for us. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, for phase 4. And each one is, phase 1, no contact, focus on return to activity with individual training, no group drills. And then phase 2, as it relaxes, we will be able to hopefully get to phase 4 soon. I can't wait. And again, the evolution through each of the 4 phases occurs. The following should always be adhered to. And again, if you're sick or feel sick, stay home. Everybody will have to use their own footballs. Keep their backpack and water separate. Not putting everything in one place. We will have to work to organize the sessions, where fortunately we have 4 fields that we will be able to have plenty of room to accommodate small groups through it. But again, we need to make sure that we're focusing on probably having 30 minutes or 20 minutes in between to give people a good 10-15 minutes to exit, and then another 10 or 15 minutes to come in. Parents will not be allowed in the complex. You guys can watch from the parking area. There will be no centralized hydration, not that we've ever had that. And hand sanitizer and all those things. Hopefully you all can send your kids to practice with those things. And I'm getting ready to have a video call as soon as we find out what's going on with the coaches to go over these things and how we're gonna run it. We purchase face masks for the coaches, so they will have to wear it. The kids probably, of course not. And phase one, again, define all of this will be posted. I don't want to read through it, but it's pretty comprehensive. And again, at the very end, if there is hesitation in returning to play, don't. Just because you can does not mean that you must. So everybody, comfort level of returning needs to be coming from the parents and the children. So that's all I have with that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any unfinished business from the year before, according to the minutes. So I kind of want to put, so the proposed bylaw change. So there really isn't. We didn't have any proposed bylaw changes, but I can personally guarantee you by the end of this year there will be some. Just because I think we just need to make some changes to our bylaws, and with our new DOC coming on board, he's taking a lot off our plate, so we can focus a lot, as a board to, help revise and update our bylaws. So, but there is none for this year to change any bylaws. So with that said, we have 4 seats, 5 seats available. We do have some names in 3 of those. But hey, just because you see a name on there and you want to come on board and help, all help is appreciated. I'm not gonna sit here and beat around the bush. We need help. Jen's been with us for a long time, and she knows. She's been there. She's helped the board when I think it was for 6 years, and then all her years of coaching. But it's like she said, it's time for her to move on, do the next phase of fun stuff, and no soccer. We're not all going to be here, so we need help. We need support. Hopefully, with the new DOC and the improvements, and the new things that he's bringing. There's a lot of good things happening with both league and club, because Carlos is helping both recreation and league. One can't survive without the other. Rec needs club, club needs rec, and we're both going to grow if we support each other. So there's talks of getting one website, becoming one league. There's, with 2 separate entities. There's a lot of things that we can do to help improve this club, and I think right now is a good time to get involved and help something, because I think we're going in the right direction. Good things are happening, and like I said, on top of the 3 or 5 positions that are open, we have new opportunities, and I'm hoping that once we get going and we have our parent meeting out at the Horse Creek, I think we can answer a lot of questions, get a lot of people information, and hopefully we can get some people involved, with all these other positions, just not being on the board, because you don't have to be on the board as support. We got fundraiser coordinator, event coordinator, website manager coordinator, for promotions. We can go all down the list, and we can't all do everything. So I hope that we can get some support and people to step up, to help out the club. Like I said, it's a good, exciting time to be part of this the club. A lot of good things to come. So.
Well, Jose, allow me to also say this, that I know it's work. It's a lot of work, but, I find it rewarding and I find it to be enjoyable. There's 29 other people apparently on this virtual meeting, and 5 or 6 of them are board members. That means the other 25 people leads me to believe that they're interested in this club. You're here on this meeting here for a reason. You're interested in what's happening in your child's sport. You want to get deeper into it. You want to have a say in it. Get involved. It's actually the best way to do it. Having say what's happening with the future of this club is getting involved, whether that's through one of the elected positions or the appointed positions, like Jose was just saying. You want to be in the know with what's happening in the soccer scene in Vacaville. This is the place to be. So yeah, I urge parents, talk to other parents on your teams, get involved, find a way to make this club, our club, your club, a better place to play, a better place to play soccer for your kids.
Well said, man.
That's my 2 cents.
Okay. So I guess, did we give instructions on how to, are they going to text Darlene?
Should we get to the meat of this?
What's that?
We're going to get to the meat of this.
Yeah, the meat and potatoes. And like I said, if the goal is obviously yes. Yeah, do we want to fill every seat available? Absolutely. So, but if we can't, it's for even like, especially for the volunteer opportunities, we'll get to them. We just got to get to our parents, and we need the coaches' help, and we'll do everything we can to fill those spots. So, Darlene, are we going to send people your phone number to send a name?
Sure, absolutely. So as we vote, you guys can text me directly, and I can tally those as they come in. My cell phone number is 707-290-0252. In case you guys weren't ready with the pen and paper, I'll give it to you again. It's 707-290-0252.
And with that said, it says here, just remember, it is a 2-year.
And she prefers calls after midnight, by the way.
Yeah. This is a 2-year commitment for
I'll show up at 10 o'clock.
Like I said, this is a 2-year commitment. But like I said, it's not like if you want to volunteer and be part of this and help make changes, good changes, we're not going to just abandon you. If somebody wants to be the next chairperson, I'll stick around for a while. You'll get support. You'll get, that turnover, that transition support. So just to let you know, it's not just a sink or swim. We're going to help you succeed. If whoever's in that position that you're taking over, you're going to get that support. And like I said, it's good times to be involved with this club. A lot of really good things coming with rec and club. So, and our new DLC is going to help us get there.
So what positions are available, Jose?
Right here. So the positions that are available, just going to go down the list, 2-year commitment, and that would be our first vice chairperson. That's currently vacant. There is no name involved in there. That was Miss Egley's position. And
I'm sending chat comments as you guys are going. Are you all getting this?
Yeah.
Very well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So if I didn't get any emails with any nominations or anybody that kind of wanted to throw their name in the hat. If you want to send a quick chat to Darlene and want to just put your name out there, you can do that. So but right now, as far as my agenda list goes, I have that spot is currently vacant and no one has put their name in. The Cal North representative, that's a position that's been vacant for the last couple AGMs. So that the last person to hold that position was Ricardo, and that position is to it's even though we are a NorCal league or club, we always have a representative just to keep up with the updates and keep us informed with whatever regarding Cal North. So. And then hopefully,
not to be confused with NorCal.
Pardon?
Not to be confused with NorCal. NorCal is one entity, Cal North is another. What we need is a Cal North representative. And another thing I would like to chime in is, these positions have these titles, but as Jose, Doris, Darlene, and I, and Jen, and we all do additional things. We all do different things sometimes. So our title is not descriptive of what our job is here. You know, I, for example, help with the website or with the Facebook page, even though I am the NorCal rep and registration of players. Jose does 55 other things besides being president of our club, for example. So if you have a talent, if you have you know, something that you think you can contribute to this club with, and take the Cal North position, by all means. That's one way of getting
du
in
Romain là et
our
il va
board and having
charbon,
a
comme
say
dirait
and having the
l'autre.
vote.
Can I chime in real quick?
No.
I know nobody wanted my job,
Done.
but honestly, it's the easiest one on the jump in, just be mean to all the coaches right up front, tell them no red cards, and then you have a very easy year.
I also like to add that even though you take a position, we all support each other. So don't think that we're just going to throw you out there with the wolves and be like, there you go, take charge. We all support each other. So just know that we're a team here. So we're here, again, to support each other.
And I'll stay, and I can also help with whoever takes my position and transition over. Goodbye.
So, Jen, would you give us a 10-second description of what your position, your former position, entails?
Pad committee. It's simply dealing with red cards, yellow cards, suspensions. You got a couple emails here and there letting you know when somebody in the club, whether it be coach, parent, player,
So is that about 50 hours a week?
Oh, no. Maybe 30 minutes a week. And literally, like, and then also you get a voice, you get a vote, and you get to create your own pad committee. So
And that's so important, having a voice, because, you know, if you're going to be bitching about why is the grass being cut on a Thursday morning, you want to have a say about it. Here it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Jen, I'm really impressed that you haven't called my name out yet.
yeah. I was waiting for Brian to be nominated. I was going to definitely second that motion.
I couldn't figure out how to unmute my little machine here.
I nominate Brian.
I second that.
I second.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, but he's got to accept.
I'll accept it. I was already one of her minions on the pad committee anyway. So
So did you just accept?
yes, ma'am.
Man, way to go, Jen.
Hey, Brian.
You're welcome.
Anybody else out
Super
there?
excited.
I like a little competition,
Hey,
but I'll put two people there.
29 other people just went, whew.
I'm telling you, it's exciting times are coming. Good things are coming. It's a good time to get started and get involved. It really is. This club's going in the right direction.
Well, Jen trained me well 2 years ago when we had all the red cards. So last year we didn't have any.
Awesome. Perfect.
Good job.
Did anybody want to throw their name in the, anybody that's online here want to put in their name for the Cal North representative? And like Manny says, it's that is specifically, I think it's one meeting a month. You go up and attend for the club and just bring back information regarding the Cal North division. So like I said, you know, our club, you know, we have choices. We can play Cal North, we can play US Club. We just our whole club at this time plays US Club and not Cal North, but it's just good to stay informed. But like I said, it's not just doing that. It's, you know, it's a lot of things. You have a voice, an opinion, you have ideas. Yeah, all is appreciated. There's a lot of support here. So one big happy family.
Okay,
Next.
Do we have any nominations for the Cal North?
Did anybody can coach? Anybody that wanted to
Going once.
going twice? Like I said, we'll keep these open. I mean, just because they don't get put in, we're going to be looking throughout the year. You come up across a parent who's
Can we just pick one from all these 28 other parents?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I think
so.
we should.
Spin the wheel. No. Yeah, if you're interested, throw your name in a hat, please. You will have support.
Or if you know of someone and you want to tell us about it later and have that person contact Jose, Darlene, or myself, then we can further describe what it entails and or want to come over to another one of our board meetings and see what it's all about, please do so.
I'll go against Brian.
Competition.
Okay, so what we do is, if we strategize, we put Nicole vice chair, then we just slip Brian into the other one.
No.
What? I chose the easy one first.
Okay.
Well, it's easy until one of our coaches gets a red card.
I know. But now you and I are safe, Manny.
Let's go. Let's get more people in there. Okay. Anybody for the Cal North representative? And like I said, it's just not the Cal North rep. It's you know, it's a voice in the club. You bring an idea. You bring in more than just that. So,
yeah, and we do need more board members for voting.
For voting wise too.
It's very necessary.
Yes. Good point. Thank you. Okay. That one is, what do you say when the bidding's still going? Okay, so secretary. So this year, I believe Darlene, who's been our she's been the incumbent secretary, but she has to be officially voted in. Unless anybody out there is willing or, you know, want to throw their name in the hat as a secretary. Like I said.
I nominate Darlene again.
I'll accept.
Yay.
Yeah. Thank you,
She's done a
Darlene.
fantastic job.
Thank you.
Okay, the treasurer. So Des Dorsey's position, yeah, she is it's a 2-year position. It is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to you. It's what she does. Yeah,
There's a lot.
she deals a lot and with numbers and.
I nominate Doris.
It's a lot of work. Like you said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's all year round. It's a tremendous amount of work every week. You're balancing budgets every week. You're looking at numbers. You're collecting money. You're doing just about everything there is anything to do with money. You're doing. You're a big part of it. So it's a very involved job. A few years back, we tried to bring more interest into that position because it is such a position that takes so much time. I don't know if there's any other position that can say, okay, I'm going to take 2 weeks off. It's not like that. It's a constant. We're constantly doing something in regards to fundraisers or this and that. So a few years back, we did decide to give the treasurer a stipend. So it's $3,000 for the year. So we were hoping to entice someone with that. So if that hopefully makes some little bit of interest, that would be great. So anyway, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to be here, much more than this next 2 years. So even if you'd like to come on board and start learning what I'm doing, would be great. I'd like to have like apprentice and be able to take some time off from this position. I mean, I take my computer even on vacations sometimes just to kind of catch up on the bookkeeping part of it. So just let me know, even if you're not interested at this point, please just reach out to me and I would love to get some help even, maybe there's something that I could split the job with somebody would be even better, and so anyway, I'm hoping someone's interested. It is a very, very important job in this club, and unfortunately, I can't just take anybody. As someone who has to know numbers, has to be a little bit familiar with some type of bookkeeping, bank processes, laws. So if you're interested, please let me know. I appreciate it.
So if you like numbers, this is your position
Yes.
to come on with. If you like sleepless nights, this is
Stressing.
Okay.
No, we appreciate what you do, Doris, very much. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think we could do this without you. With the time, the effort. I know numbers could be an art as well. It's not just, it's getting them, displaying them to us, showing us, how we're progressing as a club. So let's see who's going to be brave enough. So does that mean that if nobody comes on, then you don't?
Alicia
Alicia has volunteered to come over and help. Would you want to take the position, or do you want to kind of learn what the position's all about?
And then transition over,
or is it something you just want to kind of just get to know?
Well,
Carlos was just saying. Yeah, there she is.
I'm here. I popped on. No, you can show me how. I just want to make sure that it's something that I could do. I don't want to say, yes, I'll do it. And then I'm like, what am I doing? So, but I love that kind of stuff. So.
All right. There we
go.
I
appreciate it. No, I absolutely super happy. I haven't enticed anybody in the last few years. I typically try to, any of the good managers, I kind of, reach out to them and they're like, no way. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And yes,
I'll do my best, and I will. Yeah. So just reach out to me, and we'll.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Very much.
Yes. New blood.
Thank you.
I hope we can keep the train moving. That'd be awesome, man. Just keep it going with. Yes, this is great. This is good stuff. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's it. The other one is man, your position's up too?
I'm up, man. I think I quit in 2 years.
I nominate Manny.
I second that.
I heard that.
Manny, you want to just explain what you do to the 27 people that are out there? Just throw it out there.
Well, one of the things I would do was attend and represent our club at the meetings with our league in NorCal. However, that always has been a director of coaching, a task that our director of coaching does. So I suspect that Carlos will be doing those meetings from now on. So my job would strictly become a full registrar, do everything when it comes to player passes and staff passes, background checks, and all that stuff. A lot of computer time, okay, and which I tend to do late at night, and of course attending the meetings here with us. I love having a vote on the board as well. Get to have a say on the future of our kids' soccer fields and soccer clubs. So yeah, registering the kids mainly.
Yeah, and this is another opportunity, kind of like Alicia. If you don't want to just jump in and take over, you want to just come in and see what the position is like. I'm sure Manny can take on an apprentice, kind of, and then see if
I would love to. Yeah,
and then Manny can go right into my spot next year when that comes up. So it'll all work out perfect.
Best APM ever.
So yeah, like I said, if you want to help out Manny, like I said, as a small role, and see what you think about it, and see if you want to be part of this great club. So, so we'll just go down the list. We can, the positions. I don't know. Do we do this one at a time, or do you guys just want to send in your votes via text?
they'll be sending their votes via text
Okay.
to Darlene. Everybody have her number. If not, we'll give it to you one more time.
Okay, so hold on. Can we?
It's also
be
in the
clear?
chat.
Can we be clear who has a vote?
Yes.
Who has a
yes,
vote?
I'm sorry. Yes, it's one representative per team. So when you vote, we will need you to give us your name, the team, and then obviously what you vote for. But it's only can be one per team based on our bylaws.
So traditionally, the coach or the manager, whoever's present,
Yes,
has a
whichever
vote
one they've
for that team.
already should have had an agreement of who's going to be voting. So I'm hoping that has happened so that we can.
So you shouldn't see more than 12 votes because we have 12 teams, correct?
We have 14 teams.
14 teams. I'm sorry.
14.
Okay. So
I have a question real quick. Manny, you are placing a vote as a board member, correct? Or as a coach?
I abstained because I'm in the selection.
Okay, got it.
okay.
Thanks for clarifying.
Now.
Okay, like I said, so if everybody, if there's nobody to vote for in that position, but if you have someone that you might want to nominate, we can just put the name on there and we can contact them later, give them more information regarding the position or the seat and what it entails. So, no, Cal North?
Well, for vice chairperson, we have Brian Jewell,
Yes,
who has nominated.
and Nicole.
Oh, and Nicole. I'm sorry, Nicole. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So don't forget.
Okay.
I snuck it in there.
So question, do I have vote for my team for that position? Because Brian is the one running?
Say it again.
Do I vote for my 2007 boys team
Oh,
for this because Brian is the one running? Brian can't vote for himself.
Right. Yes.
right. Yes.
That's
yes.
fine.
Yes. You'll
Got
have to be. Okay, and for the Cal North, it's vacant, so we don't have anything going at this time. Secretary, we have Darlene. Treasurer, we have Doris Ciala. And U.S. Club, we have Manny Cabrera. Was there any other nominations that we need to add into this? Anybody?
And remember, we can
Last
add
chance.
you in just like Alicia as a, tentative, and just to kind of get you familiar with the position. And actually, that was actually a really good idea. And it would just make things so much easier, transition easier, make you understand. It'd be easier to help you succeed. So that'd be really good. So if anybody wants to just come on board and just check it out and work side by side, that'd be great, and work with the board.
Yes, that would be a great thing to happen.
Yes. Okay, so does everybody want to, every one rep from each team's one vote? So you could send that and text that to our secretary, Darlene, when you get, I guess now.
Yes,
Now.
voting is open now. Please vote for everyone that you're interested in
Or nominate.
or nominated, and we'll let
So
you
we
know.
vote for everyone with one text?
You
Darlene?
can vote everybody in one text.
I'm
Okay.
getting them now. Sorry, I'm tiling
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Appreciate everybody's.
I'm on American Idol.
Yeah.
No, Brian, dim the lights.
Yeah.
They're always dimming the bar here.
Oh wait, commercial.
Ready.
You can tell if you want to, if anybody has any comments or any questions.
Okay. Anybody out there while people are throwing in their votes, now's a good time to chime in if you have any questions, concerns regarding the open seats or just about the club in general.
Not like these guys are just hitting the jello.
Jose, this is Bobby.
What's up, Bobby?
Hey, just wanted to ask, do we know yet what the fees are going to be for this upcoming year?
What?
The club fees?
Well, that's just kind of the unknown. The numbers are probably going to dictate that, Bobby. I mean, obviously we had a plan at the beginning of the year, when we brought on the DOC. So Doris worked really, really hard on the budget. So, but when the pandemic hit, of course, all that kind of went out the window. So I believe numbers are going to dictate. We need to just get people signed up and just kind of get
it's
things
when our
going.
season gets started too, is whether we have to try to prorate and stuff like that based on when we can actually get started. We are not raising our VUSC fee, so that's not happening. But it could possibly be prorated based on the fact that we are, with the season could possibly be shorter. We're just not sure what it's going to look like yet. So we're kind of that's just an unknown. It will not be. We won't be sticker shock. It's not going to be the VUSC fee will not be more than what it is now.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Arlene, Nicole's phone just died, and she voted through the chat feature.
Okay.
While we're waiting for votes and stuff, as far as new business goes, like I said, now is a really good time to, be involved with this club. A lot of really good things, a lot of good changes, out there that are coming our way. As far as for new business, I think we can put, I'm hoping this time next year, we want to propose and pitch to the rec side, to have one website, to have one league with two different entities, one board. That's just, the ultimate goal right there. Cause we need each other to, to grow. So hopefully this time next year, that should be in one of our topics for next year, if we can work with VYSL. So.
And not only that, but just to grow the club, we need everybody's help, everybody's input. We, some of the volunteer positions that we're going to talk about in a little bit as well, not only are as important as the board members' positions to facilitate all of our jobs and to be able to function better. We need people involved. I mean, the opportunity that we have with this club, the location we're in, the fields we have access to, it's a privilege. This club should be bigger. And I'm not talking about making this club as big as Legacy, but it should be a bigger club where people don't have to look to the other bigger clubs to go because they're not, we don't have an age group, or they're not happy with whomever is coaching the team. And, the quality that I want to bring along and the board wants to bring along to the club will hopefully speak for itself and make us the preeminent club in the area. I mean, that's how it has to be, offer quality development. And we cannot do it without volunteers. And hopefully, as we move on to the volunteer side, we'll have people step up, to help organize things. So, yeah, please, if you want to have a big part in your kids' development, and we are not only looking to develop them as people, as footballers, but as people, which is the main thing, Teach them the life lessons that football teaches, and without you guys, we can't do it.
Carlos and Jose, just had a conversation with a parent. He just joined us, and I would like to nominate him for the Cal North representative position. in an exploratory status. He wants to know what it's all about. He wants to get involved. He wants to help our community and our club. He's already involved through baseball as well. You know, it'd be good for him to have a voice. I think it'd be a good talent to have him involved. So I would like to nominate Mr. Scott Griego.
Perfect.
And would he accept?
For what, Manny? I missed that.
Really?
For what?
For Cal North representative.
Oh, Cal North. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name again?
Manny, you've got some great parents because a lot of these positions are from the 2007 boys team.
What was the last name?
Griego. Scott Griego.
Scott Griego. No, and this is how, and that's good. And I'm glad we brought that up and that as an option to people come in, kind of like a little apprenticeship, and it'd be perfect. It's good timing. It's a good time to offer it, and just to give people, you know, a taste of it, and just, you know, be part of a good thing. No, that's great. Thank you.
No, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
Scott's still on the call, so that's a good sign.
One thing I'd like to say about these volunteer opportunities, you know, we're looking for fundraiser coordinator, an event coordinator, web manager. I think you know, if someone's out there that's techie, you know, knows how to push them buttons, work with websites, you know, we have one you can create, promote, play around with. I mean, we need definitely, that's a good support. Manny does what he can. He's very good at what he does, but you know, if we had a designated website manager, then that's perfect. I mean, it's just another source of communication. So, and these are all nominated positions. You can nominate somebody, and then we can put their name down and then talk about them as a board, and then vote them in as a board. So these are for 1 year, but those are nominated positions. There's no vote necessary for these volunteer options.
So, like, what are the positions, Jose?
Fundraiser coordinator, event coordinator, website manager, promotions, someone out there that can do PR, you know, grant.
Can you put that on the chat? You know, put those things on the chat feature, list them.
Okay. And then we're also looking for someone for like a uniform coordinator too. I thought we were talking about that too, right?
Yeah, Carlos, that was a uniform coordinator that you were looking for?
Yeah, it would be somebody to deal with Soccer Garage and Adidas, you know, and again, that would be with my help and me being involved. It's not going to be all just the regular volunteers.
Carlos, I see a question that came in. Looks like Cindy is wanting to know, are we going to talk about who's going to be coaching each age group?
Yeah, the list, I handed it to Manny and it's supposed to be posted. Where are we at with that, Manny? On the website?
It's on our website under, what's it called? Coaches, 2020 coaching staff.
So Cindy, go ahead and look on the website and you'll see the list of the coaches there. Let us know if you have any questions.
It's still in work in progress, but I think I got everybody in there. I'm still updating some folks, some coaches' bios and diplomas and accomplishments. I got to change everything from a Microsoft Word document into a PDF that's easier to be seen.
I also stopped getting the voting. So if we want to go through that, looks like we have our nominees here.
So we dim the lights now?
Sure. Do you want me to read them off?
Yes.
Please, Ernie.
Okay, so for vice chair, we have Brian. So welcome.
Yeah, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep, thanks, Brian.
And for, well, we have Scott that just is going to be kind of volunteer and helping out for Cal North. So thank you for that, Scott. And I was lucky enough to stay as treasurer, so thank you all. For
right.
treasurer, we still have doors with the help of Alicia, so thank you, Alicia, for helping. And for the U.S. Club rep, thank you, Manny. You have won again.
Landslide.
So thank you all for participating and voting. It is very helpful.
Yes.
USC great again. Oops. No, wait. I just...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay, so like I said, we covered the new business during the vote count. Anybody else have anything for new business that we could lead off with next year's AGM? Okay, other than the business I was talking about earlier, so we're good there. And it's, you can't say nothing but the good of the game is, hey, our activities, suspended activities have been lifted, and looks like we'll be playing on a soccer field again. So, with that said, does anybody else have anything for the good of the game or want to chime in?
Do you have an actual date for that? So parents know when this can start practicing, or what is it going to start with the tryouts?
I believe the sanctions were lifted as of the 18th. I don't know, as far as we did set some guidelines for our players to come back and follow at the fields.
Again, it's going to be dictated by Solano County.
Yeah.
And what we get back from the governor, because they have asked for us to be able to go into stage 2, I believe that's called. But that's what we're waiting for, just to get back that the go for Solano County. It looks like a lot of the people are opening up. They usually get here within 24 to 48 hours. So we're hoping to hear very, very soon, maybe by tomorrow. It's just every day is a kind of a new day. So it's just kind of going to wait in here.
Perfect.
And,
yeah. So like you said, we will communicate to you guys as soon as we find out anything. You'll be the first to know. We'll send out those emails out to everybody. So watch out for that.
Yes.
And I will be posting guidelines from the, from direction from our DOC. I'll be posting those guidelines and more information on the player tryout tab on our website. So more and more information will be coming on in the next few days coming out. So.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, especially people that have filled in these positions. We appreciate the help. We're never going to stop looking. So if like I said, once we start tryouts, everything, you guys see these parents and or a friend or whatever, just, get them involved. We're hoping to reach out and get these other positions during parent night meeting when it'll be kind of an open mic kind of meeting. A lot of information will be given out. So,
Jose, you need to provide a lot of booze, and you get all the rest of those positions filled.
No kidding. It's always a go-to.
That's a bylaw we need to change. The no alcohol.
Yeah, we'll be working on that.
More interesting if we let it happen. No, but for the people remaining on the call, I urge you, please spread the word. Spread the word about our club. Spread the word how our club can be better if people just got involved. If you put your heart into something, you cannot avoid it. It's going to get better and better. So pass it on. If you can't do it, but maybe you know someone that has the time, that has the abilities, the talents to help us out in all these other positions, that would be so greatly appreciated. Your child will benefit from it. Hundreds of other kids will benefit from it.
Yes. Well said, Manny. Well said. Yes. Once again, thank you all. Any last word, Carlos? We good? Anybody from the board?
No.
Just want to thank everybody. Thank you, Alicia. Very much. Very much.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.